Okay, so in this video, I'm going to share with you guys how to complete this square, the easy way and not the hard way. Alright, a lot of the people ask me, how do I complete this square? Or many of you would have forgotten how to complete the square. Alright, so this is the easy way to how you can complete the square, and afterwards I'm going to show you on how to solve the equation. Right, so you can see here that completing the square is all about quadratic equation. As you can see on top of the x, I have a square, right? I have a x square, and this is all about completing the square. You can only do this on quadratic equation, not cubic equation, not linear equation. It's only on quadratic equation. Right, I'm going to show you two examples. Right, so and the things to take note. Okay, so for this first example, as you can see here, I have x squared plus 4x minus 6. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is, right, so I'm going to write it here, to open up a bracket and put a square on the outside. Alright, so I have my, okay, I'm going to show you with different colors. Alright, so I have, alright, so this is a bracket and a square on the outside. Now, since the square is on the outside, I have my x here without the square on top of it. And since this is a plus, this will also be a plus. Alright, so the next thing is to do is to take this number, and it's always over 2. Right, no matter what, it's always over 2. Just have to remember divide by 2. And the next thing is to copy and paste the one at the back, minus 6. If it's a plus 6, it will be plus 6. Right, so that's not all. We need to minus. Alright, and it's always a minus, and you have a bracket square. So what do you have to put inside is actually this, the one here. So I have 4, alright, over 2. And there you go, that's completing a square. So you need to, alright, press this in the calculator. So this will get you x plus 2 square, and the one at the back, right, 4 divided by 2 is 2, so minus 6 minus 4 minus 10. Alright, there you go, completing the square. Alright, that's all. So this is the only thing that you need to take note of. Alright, so I'm going to show you how you're going to solve this equation. Right, the question will always ask you to find what is the solution, what is x. So I have x plus 2 square minus 10, right, equal to 0. So the first thing is to move the minus 10 over to the other side. Right, so I have x plus 2 square. Okay, right, here you go. You have x plus 2 bracket square equal to 10. The next thing you want to do is to remove the square. Alright, so to remove the square, all you need to do is to square root, and always remember to put the plus minus. Alright, a lot of students forget about this. Okay, you need to put the plus minus because this is solving quadratic equation. You have two solutions to it. Alright, okay, so the next thing you want to do is to shift the plus 2 over to the other side, and that will get you this. Alright, so minus 2. And all you need to do is to press in the calculator. Alright, so x is equal to square root 10 minus 2, or, right, or minus square root 10 minus 2. So there you go, you have the two solution. Alright. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how to complete the square. What if there's a number before the x squared, the coefficient of x squared? Alright, you're going to do it differently. So I'm going to give you a very simple example. So 2x squared plus, alright, just now we used a plus, so right now let's use a minus. Alright, so minus 8x plus 2. Alright, so what we're going to do about this, whenever you have a coefficient of x squared, you're not going to complete the square. No way you're going to do it like the one we went through before, but the first thing you need to do is to take out the 2. You need to factorize out 2 to make sure that the coefficient of x squared is 1. Alright, so we're going to take out 2, right? So, right, we put a square bracket, right? So we have x squared minus 4x plus 1. Alright, so when you get to this stage, you are allowed to complete the square because the coefficient of x squared is now 1. So we have 2, alright? So I'm going to put the square bracket. Alright, so like what we did just now, all you need to do is to put down the x, right? Since it's a minus, it will be minus, and we have 4 over 2, right? The same thing. And now we have a plus 1, copy paste, and this will always be a minus, take note of that. Alright, and we put a bracket square, copy paste, minus 4 over 2. Alright, you don't have to worry about this because it's always positive, because it's bracket square, so whatever you get will always be positive. Alright, so what we have now is, alright, so what we have now is 2, still put the square bracket, so we simplify this, you have, right, plus 1 minus 4, and that will get you minus 3. Okay, there you go. So you have this nice equation here. Alright, so you have to simplify by multiplying the 2 inside. So we have to go here and go here. Alright, but you do not take the 2 into the bracket because the bracket square, so you put the 2 in front of this. Alright, so we have a 2, open bracket, x minus 2, close bracket square, minus 6. So you take 2 times 3. Alright, minus 6. Alright, there you go. You have complete this square. And how we're going to solve this equation, right, it's the same as what we went through just now. So you take this, equal to 0. You shift the negative 6 over to the other side. You get 6. Alright. And you divide 2 on both sides. And you get 3. And do the same thing. To remove the square, you need to square root plus minus 3. Right? Then you have the answer, which is 2 solution, right? X is equal to square root plus minus 3 plus 2. Take note that there's 2 answers for this. Alright, so that's all for completing the square. Alright, thanks for watching.